Mukti or moksha, the concept is not confined to just Hinduism. We find the same principle, the same concept in other Indian religions like Buddhism and Jainism also. In Buddhism, self-realization is known as Nirvana. But I want you to understand that in Buddhism, there is no concept called soul. Buddhism is essentially an agnostic religion. The Buddha himself never clarified the existence of God, and he denied the existence of soul. And this principle is known in Buddhism as anatma or anatta. So the question that arises then is, if there is no soul, then what is getting liberated? Then who is undergoing all the suffering? Who is living on earth? I believe, although Buddhism do not acknowledge the existence of soul, they do acknowledge the existence of the ego principle, and which I believe they consider to be the individual consciousness that undergoes the bondage to the cycle of births and deaths, and also to the process of karma. And what happens when this particular individual personality is liberated? They call the state of that liberation as Nirvana. Nirvana means without forest. Nirvana means without qualities, without becoming. Because becoming in Buddhism is considered to be the reason for suffering. It is like a flowing river. A river is never the same, because the water is continuously flowing from one point to another. So although outwardly you may believe that the river is the same, in reality it is never the same, because each and every moment of its existence it is getting transformed. Buddhists believe that human life is also like the flow of a river. An individual is never the same. He is continuously changing and transforming himself. And when that transformation and that process of becoming stops, that person is liberated. Jainism is a more austere religion in which there is little scope for compromise. In Jainism, karma is not a mere mechanism or process as in Buddhism or in Jainism or in Hinduism. It is a substance, a kind of a fluid-like substance that attaches itself to the individuals as they perform various tasks. Secondly, Jainism believes that the souls exist not only in beings but also in inanimate objects like stones, water, even a dead wood. So they believe that if you interfere with these inanimate objects, then also you will be having the problem of incurring some consequences of karma. So they advise their followers to exercise great caution while conducting their day-to-day activities. When a person is completely cleansed of that karmic substance, the Jains consider that the person is liberated. And for that they prescribe very severe austerities, often self-mortification also. So as you can see, the concept of liberation is very much embedded in Indian religions, and it is essentially conveys one central idea that we are bound to some laws and some principles of human or earthly existence, and that when we are free from those principles, from those binding factors, we become one with God.